Inflation and boycotts could spell doom for Tunisia. The citizens are pessimistic and strapped for cash. Many are considering leaving the country. Others are preparing to protest again. Tunisian President Kais Saied announced a new constitution that envisions an authoritarian, hyper-presidential system with few checks on Saied's power. The country is in limbo over its economy and their ruler. Here's a report about why the North African country is in shambles.
This is Gourmandise, a pastry shop in Tunis. Food makers are doing their daily chores. But in the background, businesses have been struggling for weeks to find essentials like sugar, flour, dairy products and cooking oil. Experts blame the crunch on the state's dire financial situation.
A shortage and endless price increases, and especially a shortage, if it persists, can cause many problems. Indeed, without flour, sugar or butter, we can't work. So we will stop working, and so we will have technical unemployment, economic unemployment. I don't know what will happen. This can be very serious, even though we are in a period of development.
There's also pain at the pump. Petrol stations are running dry. Queues reaching hundreds of meters long formed in front of several service stations in Tunis. The Tunisian capital has been experiencing heavy disruptions in fuel supply for several days, frustrating locals who struggle to travel to work.
There is no fuel, there is nothing. If there was fuel, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Let them find solutions for us. We know that the global and national situation is particular, but I appeal to the government to find solutions for us and to find a solution regarding energy, because without fuel, the wheels of the economy cannot turn.
In July, the Electoral Commission unveiled a new Tunisian constitution, which was approved by 96.4% of participants in a referendum. Just over 2.6 million out of the country's 9.3 million voters backed the new draft. The new charter will enshrine sweeping powers in the office of this man, President Kais Saied. The president sacked the government and suspended parliament in a dramatic blow to the only democracy to have emerged from the 2011 Arab Spring uprisings. For some Tunisians, his moves sparked fears of a return to autocracy. Many are fed up with high inflation and unemployment. Political corruption and a system they feel had brought few improvements. And sure enough, their anger boiled over. Thousands of Tunisians chanted, "Down with the coup," and "The people want to bring down the regime." And they demonstrated in the capital, Tunis, denouncing a power grab by President Kais Saied and demanding accountability for the country's long-running economic crisis.
This demonstration is to express once again our rejection of the political measures announced by Kais Saied and the upcoming elections, which will only strengthen tyranny and dictatorship in the country.
Public fury is growing. Insecurity is on the rise. Like in this recent violent flare-up, protesters clashed with security forces in the outskirts of Tunis, demanding answers following the death of a young man who was apparently injured by the police. The International Monetary Fund announced that it had reached a tentative agreement with the Tunisian government to unblock a $1.9 billion loan to alleviate the economic crisis. But many say if Saied stays, Tunisia will have no future. Bureau Report, World of Africa.